What I'm thinking of doing is making the sound holes like that there and putting them all around the edge so I don't ruin the picture. I'm just going to grind out these holes because the drill kind of caught and made some marks, and clean them up so they all fit nicely. So here we go. Might be too noisy. Oh, it's going to go pretty quick. Yeah, so I put the grommets in. I couldn't press them down. I had to solder them all on the other side, on the back side here. I had to solder them on the tin. Just one of those things. My paint isn't drying, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why. Maybe because of the gold leaf. But it's very sticky still. Just hope it dries soon, otherwise it's going to have to all come off again. That would not be fun. Anyways, that's where I'm at. There's my, if I lift this up a bit, you'll see it. There we go. There's my grommets, and they're soldered on the other side. They can't come out because I crimped them. They crimped crooked, and I can't get over this lip here, so I had problems. But there's plenty of holes for sound anyways. Frame picture, huh? So what I'm doing here is taking a black felt pen and running it along each string like this, along each fret string, like this. Then I leave it dry, and then I take the file and it leaves black marks where I haven't filed, so I know I'm not touching it. So I try to keep this file flat and try to get the copper to show through. Now you can see here, on this one, there's no copper. I'll zoom down, but there's no copper showing through. This one here, hang on. There you can see the copper coming here and here. So this is the low. And we want them all to have a little shine on them, on the top here. And then we'll take that afterwards with the piece of tin here to protect my painting thing, and then I put this in and I'll angle them up a little and then clean them off. So at the moment I'm just trying to get them all flat. They're a little high, so. It's beginning to touch here. You can see it. And down in here, this one's full. Go back a little. Ooh, sorry. There we go. So this one's full, half full. This one's full, and this one's half. See? So you just keep filing a little bit, and they'll all start shining up. Keep your file as flat as possible. I think that one there is going to be a bit of an issue. Sometimes maybe better take the fret out and stick it back in again, huh? They're all shining. That's got a little narrower there, but that's okay. They'll most likely all work. So there you go. That's how I'm doing it. Little tips and tricks. Okay, so I filed it all down with the file like we said here, like this, because you know I don't have special tools, so kept it all flat. And now what I'm doing is taking a 600 and I get a bit of thinners and wipe the wet and dry paper off, and it's on the file. I have to turn the file around the right way. There, because it's a little easier. There, like this. Oh well. That didn't work, but anyways. There. So I put the file down flat like this. I got 600. And I can actually see the frets polishing. Right? I can see when they make contact with each one another. And you can see the polish coming across on the frets. Right? It's lovely. And then I get a little bit of brassy, it gets a bit of a brassy look there, see? And I just wipe it with a bit of thinners again in the jar there. There. Kind of like wet and dry with thinners. I don't know why I'm doing that. Some people use water, but for the metal I'm just finding this working really well. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Now I should get a really good sound out of this time. Yeah, no fancy tools, I'm afraid. But I can see the frets flushing in here, the copper frets. Oh, a lovely shine too. Yes. I must admit I have one fret here that's quite thin, but I mean if it came down to it I could replace it. I don't think it's going to be needed. I don't think there'll be a string. There's a little mark on the very end of that, but I don't think there'll be string there because I have to bring the strings in a bit. Otherwise, I have contact all the way down. Should make it easier to play, right? And it's like that. Now, I'm happy with that. All I gotta do is kind of wipe all the copper off a bit, clean it all up. If I have any marks, I can always touch it up with a little bit of copper and black. In some ways, you know, the guitar having a little bit of character, especially these 3 strings, is what you want. Now isn't that something? That look nice? There we go. Yeah, so I went down to the local big food shop place chain in France here in Bordeaux, and they have these in the electrical and a little bit of tool section. It's not like a hardware store, but they have these sharpening stones. And I thought, well, for €2 I'll buy one and see how it works. So you can run it along to your frets and see whether they're all equal. It won't take long for them to become equal like this. Now if you can't see the it coming off, what you do is just get the black felt pen again, let it dry, and then do this. The other thing is just to rub this with a sandpaper the other way, and when you grind over it, you can see the changes. Now I can see that some are hit just a little bit off. But on the whole, it looks pretty good. So there you go for €2. And let it's all coming here off there. So there's easy ways to do it without buying expensive equipment. Yeah, I've come up with a little bit of a snag. I made holes here for the strings, but now I actually prefer this unit here, which goes on here like this, which I have to measure. But my problem is these holes will miss the beam down here. So what I'm thinking of doing is cutting this to those holes and up and here and reshaping it and putting 4 screws in here underneath my own design kind of style so that it works better. I just got to make sure this all works. But I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll put my pieces back on here again like this. Bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Anyways, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Been working on the guitar quite a bit. I put in a different bridge back here than was expected. I changed it and I had to cut it down in to make it fit on the piece of wood, so it's kind of there, and I still brought the strings up through the back, which I like. So that was that. Now it sounds pretty good if you hear it. It has a little reverb. I'm going to now install some kind of screws or something to lock down the lid here so that it's fixed. And then we'll put in the electrics. So that's where we're at. Back to the shop.